Hello everyone. So hello everyone. So in this session, we will be learning about working with CSV files, and specifically we will use CSV files from different sources, and we will see how to work with that. So first of all, we need uh, a first of all we need an environment, right? So here you can see I have created Python minus m VNV. This is the environment. This is the command to create environment, and this is uh, my VNV is environment name. So with this environment got created, and then I have to get into that environment. This is a command, and after getting into environment, I have installed pandas, right? So after getting installed pandas, I'm up to date to use pandas in my notebook. So I have imported pandas here, and I'm all set. And then how to read a file. So I have this one of the simple CSV with me, and just I have to write df. This is data frame pd.read CSV, and if you pass any CSV file, a full path, or this is a relative path, and it will read, and this is how it is going to calculate. Now, if you want to open a CSV file from a specific URL, so for example, this is the URL. From here, you would like to read a file. Then, first of all, you have to make a web request. For that, you have to import request, and then and you are going to write, right? So for that, you need a string.io. So with this, I'm not having requests. So what I can do, I will go and I will uh, do the pip install. So for example, I'm going here. I'm going to install pip install. So it will install request, right? So for that, here what we need, if we are willing to load any CSV from a specific web, so we need a web URL, and in our case, this is the one. And then we are going to make a web client call, right? So in that case, we have to give this headers, and then I'm going to make a request, create a request object, right? So I'm saying that request.get, this is the URL, and this is the header. You have to have that Mozilla client, and then you will get the request, right? And after that, a string.io operation, and I'm saying that okay, this is the request.text, and get all those into this data object. And now I'm saying that hey, uh, pandas, go and read from this data. So this went and read that data. So that data is nothing but countries and region. And you can see total 194 rows and 2 columns. Similarly, this is the separator parameter. So for example, in your CSV, CSV can be separated through comma, semicolon, tab, and all those, right? So one of my CSV is having this movie title metadata CSV. It has a tab separated. So I'm giving this, okay, this CSV is tab separated, and you have to go and read, and I'm giving the names of the column which is present in that CSV. So it has to go and it has to read that, right? And next, this is the index column parameter. So normally you will be seeing in this sample, right, in this fourth number. Here you are seeing that these are the 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3. So these are the uh, indexes created by Pandas by own for references. So instead of using these default indexes, I'm going to say that, hey, now instead of using default indexes, you go and use enrollee ID. So this ID will behave as an index, right? So it has used that index. Um, so this is again the sample. We can see that header parameter. For example, if we are going to say that, hey, mostly in any CSV, very first row would be treated as a header column, a header for the any table. So we can indicate that header one is the um, header one is the column. You have to refer that, right? And so with this, like this, right? And if you are not indicating that, so in this, it went and read all the CSVs, right? And I haven't told that, okay, uh, very first uh, row is the header. So in that case, you can see this is coming as a value here. So that's where we have to say that uh, read CSV, and we can explicitly say that header first row is the column. First row is the header. First row will get treated as a header uh, and column name. Use next one is uh, column parameter. So now, while reading, we are going to see that, okay, hey, just read this column. So that's in that scenario, we will be telling it to use this column. So you can see only those columns are getting displayed. We call it out three columns: LRT ID, gender, and educational level. Next, we will go over SKUs. So this is one good call it out. Earlier, it was supported in Pandas 1.4, uh, mm, before 1.4, and now onwards it's not supported. Right. So what it does, it was converting the series to a one-dimensional array. So this was the uses, but now it is not getting used. So use column itself will be suffice in that case. So if we would like to get it converted, so what we can do, we can use like this. And we can call it out. Then there. So let me bring it down. Separate column. Now we can show you. So it has been used as a series, but if you'll use this, this is not supported now. Okay. Um, and then we are having a skip row or n rows, right? So if you would like to skip uh, rows, so in that case, you can use this. So for example, while reading, I'm going to say that n rows. So what it does, it tells Panda to read only first uh, 100 row, right? And if I would like to say, hey, after 100 rows, you have to read. So in that case, I will say skip rows. So skip rows. So what it will do, it will skip 100 rows and from there it will start reading. So you can see the differences, right? And yeah, so encoding, next one is encoding parameter. So if your data has some Unicode character, special code character, so in that case, you can tell that Unicode. It will apply that to your data set. So for example, this is the Unicode one, and it has been specify the character encoding of the file being used, right? And this is very important, is keep bad lines, right? So if you are using any data, reading any data, and uh, there you find that there will be few, problem in data. So instead of breaking whole, you can call it out, um, skip bad lines, right? So error bad lines false. So it will uh, not get false bad lines. So is keeping bad lines will get expected. And so you can see that is keeping this, right? So this will skip those bad lines. Then it will read. Then data type parameters. So in this one, in your data, there will be scenario if you would like to uh, do the conversion on the fly, data type restriction or conversion. So in that case, you will apply that. For example, uh, so here when I'm reading and there is a target, uh, you can see here we are having target. Mostly it is already integer, but just to show you. So here you can see the target. It is by default in integer, right? And here you can see, and before this, I can apply info as well and see what it's showing. And this is target is float, right? You can see this is float. And when I was seeing it, for example, when I'm seeing this data, I'm seeing that here unnecessarily it is consuming more size, right? So why I should be using float? Instead of that, I should be using uh, integer, right? Integer or later on, we can say it bit or byte as well, right? So this is float, and here if I'm saying integer, it will get converted to integer, right? So this kind of conversion you can do. Then handling dates. So for example, you have dates type, right? And it might be uh, the strings, right? Which is there, it is not in date format, and it is in string format. So for example, let's see. So we are having this date type object, right? And this is mostly object type strings or something, not is strongly typed. So what we can do, we can explicitly convert this type to date time, right? So in that case, we can use this parse date and which column we can give that name, and it will go and it will get parsed, right? So this is what we can use. And in another case, scenarios is a kind of uh, converters, right? So if you would like to have on the fly some conversion or conditional based conversion of data, for example, here I am having a function and there is a team which is called Royal Challengers Bangalore, and that need to be and that uh, can be call it out as RBC, RCB as well, right? So why we should be storing this much string? We can save the space. So in that case, what we can do, we can have this uh, yeah, short form, and to get it leverage, we have created this function. And for example, this is the one, and I have created this function. And when it is finding Royal Challengers Bangalore, it will change to RCB. So there is converters. So in converters, you can apply this custom function. So I'm having column team one, right? So this is the team one, you can see here. And in this team one, I have applied this converter. And before conversion, I will show you how it is looks like. So before conversion, you will see it's saying RBC Royal Bangalore, Royal Challengers Bangalore. And once you will apply this converter, it will become RCB. So this is also very useful function, and we will be using uh, over the data sets. And next one is also one of the important, right? NA value parameters. So this tells pandas to create strings. For example, in our case, male, right? So in this case, uh, male as a missing value nah, while reading CSP. So when we are reading this uh, train uh, .csp, what it does, it says that NA values, you wherever you see male in whole data set, treat that values as a missing value. Okay. So what it will do is, so it will go and read all the CSPs, and wherever it will see male, it will replace it. So let me show you the data for this. So it looks like, so here, so you are seeing we are having uh, male, right? So wherever we are seeing males, it will treat males male as a missing value. Correct. So right. So male as a missing value uh, while reading the CSP. So it will also treat male as a missing value. For example, this is the one. So when we read, and here we were having male, this one also got treated as a NAN, missing value. You can see, right? And this is also very useful while doing data transformation, data engineering kind of use cases. Next one is loading huge data set. So there would be scenario, there will be very big files, right? You should not be able to read. So in that scenario, what you can do, you can read that file in a chunk. So for that, we are having chunk size you can define, and you can start reading chunk by chunk. So for example, here, uh, and it's automatically does chunking. So here I have tell that, okay, this is the chunk, and so I got this all data frame chunks, and I would be able to iterate, and I would be able to read those chunks. So first of all, I have to read those TFs, and then I will be running, and I'm able to read in one chunk, second chunk, third chunk, and so on, right? And if we would like to see the shape of the chunks, uh, so we can see chunks in TFF. Okay, so TFS and then chunks. Yeah. So now you would be able to see the shape. So this much rows, 14 column has been divided. Right. So this is all with this all about working with CSP. We will continue in next session further hands-on topics.